Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay and today I'm just going to be sharing with you guys some products I've been loving lately. This is sort of like an April favorites, but I feel like it's a little late, so we're just gonna call it my current favorites. Some really great products I've been thoroughly enjoying lately, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. But before we start, if you guys aren't already subscribed, I would love to have you, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy at any point. But let's get started with skincare. So I only have a couple skincare products and one hair care product, so I'm gonna really quickly run through those. First is a cleanser from Honest Beauty. I've used one of these before. It's the Honest Beauty Magic Gel to Milk Cleanser. This is such a great, more affordable, accessible cleanser if you need one. It takes off makeup really well. It does have this thicker gel consistency, but when you add water to it, it emulsifies into a milk. So I feel like this is a great like 2-in-1 cleanser. Super gentle on the skin. Doesn't really have a strong scent to it. It's very lightly scented with rose water, I believe. So great if you have more sensitive skin like me. I have this in my shower and it's just one of my go-to cleansers. I really enjoy the consistency, how effective it is, and of course it is a little more budget friendly. Next skincare favorite is the First Aid Beauty Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen. This is a zinc oxide sunscreen, SPF 30. I really love this and I think it's a really unique SPF because of the consistency of it. It comes in a bottle, looks just like the Kosas tinted face oil, but the texture of this is unlike most chemical sunscreens. It's actually really liquidy and it reminds me of a chemical sunscreen texture. So it has this slight peachy tint to it. Honestly, I don't really notice it a ton on the skin. I'm not sure if you have like deeper skin, if this would show up lighter on you. I think they claim that it works for all skin tones. But anyway, I just really love the consistency and feel of this. It's perfect for under makeup. I was previously using actually the Drunk Elephant SPF. That's so heavy and I feel like it always makes my makeup look bad. So I was really happy when they came out with this because it works great under makeup. You get the SPF, which is so important, especially going into these warmer months. So love this. Great if you have sensitive skin or you're just looking for a mineral SPF that actually is effective. And the last skincare product I've been enjoying is the One Love Organics Botanical C Facial Serum. This came in the April detox box with a couple other products. I had only tried the cleansing balm from One Love Organics and I really liked it, so I was excited to try this out. So this is like a oil consistency vitamin C, which I love because it goes great in the morning and night, so I don't really have any problems with it pilling. I love how this is a vitamin C in a different form than just a regular serum. It's more of like an oil serum consistency. So I've been enjoying this. Again, something that's gentle on my skin. I haven't been using it long enough to attest to the brightening effects of it, but I enjoy the consistency and I think it fit really nicely into my routine. So that was all for skincare. My skin's been doing really well lately, so I've been just sticking to gentle product to keep it in balance. And then the one hair care product I had to mention, I've been loving this for I feel like a while now and I don't think I've ever mentioned it on my channel. This is the Evolve Total Control Styling Cream. This is the volume version. So this you get a ton of product. You get 8.5 fluid ounces. So this is again a really unique product. Basically just supposed to give you movement and shine, and you apply this with damp hair. It says you could also use this as a curl cream, but the way I use it, I have straight hair, is when my hair is damp, I will just take this and run it through basically all of my hair, and it makes it really manageable, keeps away frizz, and it does add a nice amount of volume. If you do blow dry your hair, I think this is a great product to have on hand because it just makes your hair look really nice. And also if you don't blow dry your hair and you just like air dry it, I think this is also really great because that's what I do, and I just wanted something that I wouldn't have to blow dry. I could just put this in my hair and it would look good when it dries, and this is definitely a product for that. This is also non-sticky. It doesn't have any residue to it either. Something that I feel like was difficult to find for a hairstyling product is something I could use quite a lot of because I do have longer hair, but it wouldn't weigh down my hair or leave a residue. It's extremely lightweight and just a staple product in my hair care routine. So I definitely recommend this from Evolve. Oh yeah, you can also use this on dry hair as well if you just wanted to like smooth split ends or just refresh your style. It works great both ways. Onto makeup. I guess this is a skincare slash makeup product. This is the Suntegrity Impeccable Skin Moisturizing Face Sunscreen. I'm trying to shop my stash a little bit more lately and just go and see what products I haven't used in a while. This is like a rediscovery of mine. It's the Mineral Matte Tinted Coverage Face Sunscreen, so this does have a tint to it. It has a limited shade range, unfortunately, so it's not gonna work for everybody. I use the shade Buff, which is like the medium tone. Just works like when I have a cell tan. It's a little bit dark on my natural skin. But for being a tinted sunscreen, this has like a lot of coverage. It's like a medium coverage foundation, and it also has a nice glow to it, but it's not overly glowy. I love to wear this just on like those lighter makeup days. It makes your skin look really nice. It wears well. It doesn't become patchy or anything. Like, you can use this basically as a foundation, and I like how it has SPF in it. Of course, it's kind of just like a cute little multitasking product, so I've been enjoying this lately. My poor plant looks very sad. I just watered it though, so hopefully it gets better. Moving on, the next product I really have been enjoying lately is the Saie Beauty. It's called their Glowy Super Gel. So this is essentially how it sounds. It's a glowy base product. You can use this with no makeup. You can use it under makeup. You can mix it in with products. Here's what the consistency looks like. This is super subtle in the way that it has a glow to it. Like, you can't tell that there's really any shimmer particles on your skin, which is one of my favorite things about it because it doesn't look unnatural. It doesn't accentuate texture either. I actually have this on my chest today. You can use it on really any part of the body that you want to. It's also great as a base for makeup. It doesn't interfere with makeup or cause pilling. I think it's one of the only like more glowy base products I've tried in clean beauty that isn't super like heavy or oily feeling either. So I think this is a summer staple for me. I'm probably going to continue to reach for this when I want a bit more of a glowy base for makeup, or if I'm just, you know, not wearing any makeup and want some glow. Next up is a foundation I used to rave about. I use this every single day for the longest time. It's the Pacifica Light Clean Foundation. Something else I kind of shopped my stash for, saw it in my drawer, and I was like, I used to love that. Let me try it on. I find the trick with this foundation is you need the tiniest amount of this for being a clean foundation. The coverage this has is incredible. If you have a lot to cover, I totally recommend this. It's also gentle on my skin, and I've never broken out by wearing this. I've worn it for months and months on end, and I haven't had any problems. This is the shade 34NL, which is like the shade that I'm wearing today. If I have like a little bit of tan on now, it's mostly all gone though. This is oil free. It has a satin finish. It has a bit of like a fruity scent to it, which honestly I don't mind at all. I don't think it's as strong as the Bite Beauty one, and I just love how this looks on the skin. It has the wear, it has longevity, it doesn't accentuate texture, it sets down really well. It's not overly glowy either, so you could keep it how it is, or you could set it down with some powder and it doesn't sort of cake up or anything weird. So little rediscovery of mine that I've been enjoying again. Next is a product I didn't initially like, but I think I've kind of found the sweet spot of how I like to use it. This is the Kosas Revealer, which launched a couple months ago. Initially, I didn't like this under my eyes. It does crease under my eyes unless I set it a certain way. This on blemishes or anything else for face concealing is amazing. It has a great amount of coverage, and it isn't too drying or too like dewy either. It's kind of that perfect in-between concealer, and it does feel like it's hydrating and moisturizing to the skin. I have this under my eyes and on spots today. The way that I like to use this is set it with the powder I'm about to mention, and I usually don't bake, but lately I have been doing a little bit of baking. And with this, I feel like when you bake with a powder, since this is more moisturizing, it just sets it and it doesn't crease nearly as much if I just set it lightly with, say, the Ilia powder. So I have been enjoying this lately, used in a specific way. If you have problems with your concealer creasing, I don't think you would enjoy this, but as a spot concealer for the face, or if you don't have troubles with under eye creasing that often, give it a shot. So the powder that I've been using, I have this on my face today. I can't believe I'm going to talk about a powder other than the Ilia powder. This is the Well People Brow Brightener Invisible Powder. I've always liked this powder. Hasn't been my absolute favorite over the Ilia one, but it's super pretty and a great option. It's called Universal Glow. I don't think it's that glowy. It does have this like reflect to it almost, but it's so subtle. It doesn't accentuate lines or texture. It's not one of those like really glowy powders that just like accentuates everything on your face. Again, super subtle, and I have been baking with this, and because it's not a super drying powder, it does really well. I usually like to just bake the sides of my nose and a little bit under my eyes. I don't do a ton there though, just because it can be drying if I put too much powder on, because it just like soaks up all the moisture from your skin. But where I get really oily, like on the sides of my nose and just for the rest of the face, it's a great little powder. what else can I say? Another product from Kosas is the Sun Show bronzer. I use the shade Light Natural Bronze. This is really pretty. I wear this all the time. It's great for more natural makeup days, or you can really build it up. I just like how it has a slightly glowy finish to the skin because it looks really natural. It is on the warmer side, but it's not too warm where it looks super like unnatural or not flattering on the skin. I have this on today as well. Great to layer with other products or just wear on its own. It's really pretty and it definitely compares to my Hourglass bronzer as well. You guys know that's like one of my favorite bronzers, but I've actually been reaching for this one a little bit more. So I think if you can find a shade that works for you in this, it's a good formula. And next up is a highlight from Ofra Cosmetics. This is the Beverly Hills highlighter. This is so pretty. I've heard such good things about Ofra highlights. I haven't tried one until recently and I was really amazed with the formula of this. This is definitely a more dramatic highlight. It's not like a natural looking glow. It is natural looking, but it's not like one of those that you really have to build up. It gives you a lot of impact. I usually stick to this lighter champagne and the white. I usually mix those two or just stay on this side of the wheel, but depending on your skin tone, you can sort of like mix your own shade, which I think is cool. I love this because it doesn't accentuate texture at all. It sinks into the skin and it gives like a really pretty sheen, but also like doesn't get heavy on the skin. It's one of the only more metallic highlights I've tried that I feel like looks really natural. So I've been reaching for this every time I do my makeup. I do have one brow product to mention from Plume Science. I just recently tried this. This is called their brow pencil. I use the shade Ashy Daybreak, I believe. I love how they have a good shade for blondes. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's just the perfect, not too cool toned, great shade if you have a hair similar to mine or just like a more like taupey blonde. It's not red at all, which is... But anyway, I have this on today. It is a softer brow pencil, so it's really easy to work with, and it can be like a little bit hard to get precise because it is softer, but for what I do for like every day, I feel like it's just really quick to fill in my brows and it stays a good amount of time and it looks really nice. I feel like there's not a ton of clean brow products, so for that, I'm glad I have a clean brow pencil that I've been enjoying. Next up, two eyeshadow palettes I reach for whenever I do my makeup. The PYT Warm palette. I've been mentioning this a ton lately just because I feel like it's such a great palette for what you pay. You get nice transition shade. These are all matte. You also get these really pretty shimmers. These are great quality eyeshadows. They blend beautifully. I have this shade and this shade on today, a little bit with a brown as well. I think they're just stunning formulas. This is also a great travel size palette, not that we can travel anytime soon. It's a great little compact everyday palette. Also a good starter palette if you just want to hop into some clean shadows. Next is the Makeup Geek. I believe this is the Warm palette. I was debating between this one and the Blue Eye palette, but I believe this is just the warm tones. So they send you all the singles and then this palette, so you just like pop them in yourself. I really like these as well. Similar tones to the PYT almost. They just blend really nicely. They're not super powdery. They're the perfect stiffness, so you don't get a lot of fallout, but you do get good blendability with them. I think they're really pretty, and I've been wanting to pick up some more shades because these are just some go-tos as well. Two lip products I literally can't stop wearing. Like whenever I wear makeup, these are the two lips I put on. These are the Bite Beauty lip crayons. Two different shades though. So we have Amaretto right here and Kava. If you have fair skin and you like a cool taupey lip, please try Kava. I feel like it's so pretty and flattering on skin tones similar to mine. And then this is the shade Amaretto, which as you can probably tell is a lot more pink tone, which would be great if you have like a lighter medium skin as a nude. I like to mix these. Sometimes I use Kava on its own, but sometimes I mix them just to cool down Amaretto a little bit more. They have tons and tons of shades of these, so you should be able to find like a good nude for you. These are my two personal favorites. And I really like the formula. They're extremely comfortable on the lips and really easy to apply. I just like throw them on and like blend them in with my finger and put like a gloss on top, and they're great. They don't dry out my lips or fade off weird. And I just think these are great. Really star product from Bite Beauty. And I do have the shade on Amaretto today, by the way. And then a gloss that I've been using lately, I actually have this on today as well, is the Persona Honey Gloss. I think these come in a pack of 2 with another shade. The shade of this is a little bit, I feel like the name is perfect. It's like a honey nude gloss. I've been definitely into glossy lips a lot more. These are perfect because they aren't sticky and they have that lip treatment feel to them. But I feel like they do last longer as compared to say like the Tower 28 lip jellies with that same similar feel of it being really smooth and creamy. but they stay on the lips a little bit better. So definitely love this, and I think it's a great purchase from Ulta. All right guys, that was it for my favorites. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy at any point. I'd also love to hear from you guys. What's a product you've been loving lately? I'd love to know your recommendations, and also if you have anything you'd love for me to try, please drop it below. But I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.